Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, the Great War Redux with me, Alpha Pi Omega, the German Empire. So, in the last episode we finished the national focus called Colonial Docks, and now we have to decide where we're gonna go. We have a couple of options. The first one is going through the German-Austrian Joint Staff towards the isolation of the Balkan threat, delegation to Romania and onward. Or we could go with the OHL authority, where we get the option to send a military mission into Turkey, befriend Bulgaria, and pressure Scandinavia. Or we can go through Naval Supremacy, which will give us access to the docks. And I think we're going to go with the Naval Supremacy, to be quite honest, because I think these are going to be the most beneficial for us right now. We're going to go just with these three focuses, and then we're going to decide what to do next. I'm not really that interested in a Naval Supremacy Alfred von Tirpitz as Chief of Navy, but the cost reduction for Naval Doctrine is going to go a long way as well. So let's start with that. We will sponsor a program of mass naval buildup so that the British no longer maintain a monopoly over the seas. The high seas fleet will be a force to reckon with. Nice. Okay, so that's 70 days. We've also discussed that we wanted to remodel our unit into 1912 one. But we thought it would be 1913 because of the logistics company. Okay, so nothing there to be done at this point. So we can continue with the ride. You have finished drilling, so you can now join the fleet. And we're starting to get more and more destroyers on board, which is great. Yeah, many of them have been upgraded, but many more remain. This is gonna be a massive change. Now, starting with destroyers might be a bit stupid, but the torpedoes are going to wreak havoc to any enemy we are going to encounter. I mean, at least theoretically, so hopefully that's what's gonna happen. Production-wise, we are staying at solid numbers. So let's hope that's going to be the way I see it. We finished the pre-war artillery, giving us a bonus of 10% to support artillery and artillery soft attack, and also to motorized artillery soft attack. But it's nothing major. Wait, we have the experience, so now we could go with these things. Bracket shooting increases battleships light heavy attack and battlecruiser slight and heavy attack. It might be good, but the armor piercing captures. That's a question. Do we have anything else? Oh, we wanted the 1912. Okay, let's go with support weapons too. That's something that we absolutely must have. So light infantry is gonna get the defense of plus 2%, breakthrough of plus 2%, and supply usage of plus 5%. Same thing for motorized and cavalry. So let's get that. That is going to be way more beneficial for us. We're finishing next military factory. I think all of these are gonna go to, to infantry equipment, to Gewehr 98, because we want more of it. Producing 24 pieces per day now, meaning in a month we produce about 750. And each of our units need... Wait, that's manpower? 1690. So let's be generous here and say we need 2 months worth of production for one of our infantry units. And they are not taking 8 months to train, so we are still tapping into the reserve, which you can see on the fact that we're having less and less of it. That is a problem. That is a problem that we will need to solve. But what's not a problem is our increasing stability. We are increasing the factory output by 14% now. Same with dockyard. Political power gain is increased and consumer goods factories are lowered. For another 154 days and 64 days to that, we are going to get benefits. I think that ought to be enough to get us to 100. But we'll see. Doctrines are available, that is nice, but we're gonna get a doctrine reduction here. Who do we have as a command here? Alfred von Tirpitz, capital, ship, and screen. Oh, he's really good. Yeah, we need him as a chief of the navy. I don't know if that's going to remove him as a commander from the Kaiser Marine. I don't think so, but we'll see. We shall see. I actually haven't spoken much about the submarines. By what we chose, we actually chose that we would work with submarines, but I'm not entirely sure if it's all that useful. When you look at some visibility, this is what we could get. A 540 production cost, so super cheap submarine. Max speed of 21 knots, sub visibility of 23.7. Torpedo attack of 36 is decent. So we're gonna spam them out and hope that we can blockade someone, but I have a feeling they're gonna get murdered, as is the usual way for anything Germans build. The Sultanate of Vadaï, white peace to the French Republic. Was that here? Contestado War. A guerrilla war for land between settlers and landowners has started in Brazil. The war has its casus belli in the social conflicts in the region, the result of local disobediences, particularly regarding the regulation of land ownership on the part of the caboclos, whatever that means. The conflict is permeated by a religious fanaticism expressed by the messianism and faith of the rebellious caboclos, that they are engaged in a religious war. At the same time, it reflects the dissatisfaction of the populace with its material situation. And I wonder where that nation, I think they might be here. No, it's central. Okay, so we finished 4 divisions here, which we are going to add into the 8th Army Corps. Let them drill. And we'll need 4 more for these, so let's issue orders for 4 more. You're going to be located in the Rostock. Yeah, that took away more than half of the weapons that we had in our stockpile. So finally, we added yet another factory, 26.27 now, and the production... Oh, that's it. This is nice. Nearly exactly the production efficiency. So we're gonna get to something like nearly 30 per day with this factory, and with the 2 extra, it's going to get additional benefits for us. Next one is coming soon, on 10th of July, so in 14 days, and then these 2 are gonna come afterwards. One of them is gonna go to the Gewehr. We'll need to add another one to the howitzers, unfortunately, even though that seems like a waste. Eventually we are going to need all of those howitzers for our attack divisions, so we'll need to build a decent stockpile, because we won't be able to catch up if we don't in this moment. Okay, and let me see what the... Okay, you stop drilling again, but I think that if I put you to drill at this point, you are going to be fine. Yep, 1 per week, maximum efficiency. So in about 3 weeks, actually 2 weeks now, we're gonna be done. Cool, so we'll have trained force here, and we need a trained force for the Eastern Front as well, which is gonna be rough. It is going to be rough. Trench warfare, entrenchment delay 25%. No, and enables tactic delay, entrenchment speed plus 25%, and max entrenchment plus 5. That is amazing. Then the leg infantry defense and reinforced rate is going to be really good. Infantry support of cavalry, organization and recovery rate. All support companies soft attack organization planning speed, or we get cavalry recovery and breakthrough and recon. And tanks and armor will get breakthrough and organization bonuses. So Naval Supremacy has been finished, and Emperor Meiji is dead. Emperor Meiji, suffering from diabetes, nephritis, and gastroenteritis, died of uremia. Although the official announcement said he died at 0042 on July the 30th, 1912, the actual death was at 2240 on July 29th. After the emperor's death in 1912, the Japanese Diet passed a resolution to commemorate his role in the Meiji Restoration. An iris garden in an area of Tokyo where Emperor Meiji and the empress had been known to visit was chosen as the building's location for the Shinto shrine Meiji Jingu. The shrine does not contain the emperor's grave, which is located at Fushimi Momoyama, south of Kyoto. Glory to the emperor. So, with the naval supremacy done, we have a way open to naval dockyards, and we can either get Atlantic Shipyard, which will give us 4, or Pacific Shipyard, which would give us 3. So I guess that's an easy question to ask. We're going to start with the Atlantic Shipyard. An expansion of our Atlantic dockyard facilities will allow us to greater expand the high seas fleet. So 4 extra dockyards will be had, which means that... Oh wow, we actually have 17, and we're going to get... Okay, so we're going to have 24 in the end, so we'll have 2 full lines and 1 smaller line going. That's good. That's going to speed up the refits really by a lot. So I'm looking forward to that. Trade-wise, we are doing good. Okay, we have yet another factory on our handgun. So 28.62 per day with efficiency 25%. So we're gonna get something like 33 at this point. And with the extra factory, it's gonna get us even higher. Which is something we need to, because more and more of our units are using the older Gewehr... What was it? 88? 88? Yeah, Gewehr 88. I'd really like to start researching the Karabiner 98 AZ ahead of time. I think it gives a decent bonus to defense. Yeah, 20 instead of 16. And soft attack is increased by 1 from 2 to 3. That's also something that we really need. Oh, and they're getting a grenade, no longer a bayonet. Personnel and crew served weapons for infantry, as well as the various other bits of kit a soldier needs. Modernized to include a great number of submachine guns and anti-tank rifles. Cool. So we'll make priority of our attack divisions. I wonder if we're gonna get... Because the Redux seems to give you the mortars and some other stuff, so I'm hoping that somewhere down the line we might discover the shock troops that Germany used during World War I. That would be great. Though I haven't seen them anywhere here, to be quite honest, so we'll have to see. Okay, firefighting drills are finished, so we can select the second one, which is called Separate Fire Names. By separating the main water lines around the ship, the probability of a hit rendering the ship completely unable to fight fires is much reduced. Another lowering of the critical hit chance by 10%, and effects of sustained critical hit lowered by additional 10%, so 73 days, and I think, yeah, we might have finished even the last one. The reduction of 30% of impact and 30% of chance to get a critical hit is something that every decent navy needs, because without it you are pretty much done. Okay, so even with... Oh, that might have been an over... No, it wasn't an overkill. Okay, we have stability of 96%, and we still got the improved worker conditions, but we're no longer tanking our war support. And with that said, we have 3 full lines, and we're gonna get an additional... What was it? 4, 5? At this point, maybe even 6 factories to the line 4. So Republic of China took further state. Great Qing was annexed. End of the Xinhai Revolution. The civil war in China has ended. The Qing dynasty has fallen and a new republic has been proclaimed in its place. Though the new government was initially viewed with skepticism, the great powers have been guaranteed continuing trade in China, and the leases on the various port cities on the coastline has been renewed. The transition to the new republic is therefore expected to be smooth. Thank God the tea is safe. And Roosevelt survives assassination attempt. Oh, the bull moose. While Roosevelt was campaigning a Sound Keeper. Oh, while Roosevelt was campaigning, a Sound Keeper John Schrank shot candidate penetrated both his steel eyeglass case and the 50-page single-folded copy of his speech. Roosevelt was wounded, but even after a little confusion, he continued his speech as if nothing had happened. After the speech, it became clear the bullet could penetrate Roosevelt's lung, and only luck saved his life. His opening comments to the gathered crowd were, "Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know whether you fully understand that I have just been shot, but it takes more than that to kill a bull moose." Incredible luck. Roosevelt was such a badass. I really like him as a historical character. Okay, so we're going to be building 2 more civilian factories. I'm going to go ahead and order a few more factories, but we're going to do it on a one-on-one basis now. And we have to start thinking about dedicating part of our construction capacities to strengthening the railways and supply lines, because without those we are going to really suffer greatly throughout the war. Which reminds me, we want to start getting these guys that will lower attrition. There was someone here, right? Yeah, Wilhelm Gröner, division attrition minus 8%. So let's get him now, because he is going to affect our units even at this point. And I saw that there were already some supply issues. Yeah, you guys. Well, you're not getting attrition, but you are undersupplied. What about here? Okay, no attrition or anything. You guys are drilling. Oh, okay, he's lowering the attrition even on drilling units. That's good. Jesus. There's a 10% chance that the Gewehr 98 is gonna break. That's... What piece of awful things are we getting here? Okay, so now we have the reduction in naval doctrines costs, so we can go with radar patrols, surface detection, visibility, or carrier, or submarine. Okay, none of these is useful. Let's go with the detection though. Radar patrols. Patrol of both fast and gun-heavy ships leave the enemy trade convoys nowhere to hide. Not only submarines can hunt. So let's unblock that. And capital ship radars. With our most powerful ships on the hunt for trade convoys, the enemy will no longer find safety in numbers. They are sitting duck, praying that we will not find them. So enemy fleet size penalty 10% is good. Surface detection to our battle cruisers and battleships is increased, 15% for battle cruisers and 25% for battleship. Surface visibility is lowered by 20% for battle cruiser and 25% for battleship. That's actually interesting. And rating efficiency increased by 15 and 50%, and organization by 20 for both. So let's get that. Next on battlefield concentration. We could still get that one. I don't think we're gonna get any more reductions anytime soon, right? Yeah, let's put battleship models. Sino-German, Tokyo-Berlin Pact. Oh no, there really isn't anything that we can do in that regard. So let's just keep on chugging. Yep, we're gonna get way over 30 here, around 35. This maybe even 38. It would be kind of good. Okay, so this factor is going to infantry equipment. This one is going to the howitzers, and I'm gonna get 3 more eventually. So I think I might add an additional factor on tooled artillery, on armored cars, and on motorized. And after that, another 2 civilian trains, 2 early fighters, and howitzers again. It's gonna be a mobilization campaign. Gain base war support plus 5%. Okay. That's a cheap and easy bonus, but I think we're gonna go with Tirpitz as naval chief or chief of navy. So he's gonna give us capital ship attack and capital ship armor of 15% and screen attack. So basically everyone gets 15% bonus with the exception of subs. And here... Ernst von Hoep now. Well, you would get us air superiority 5%, but we really need more air experience, so we need to get you as soon as possible. Too. Because that is going to be something we need to make sure to see. Honors. General Major Erich Schneider is leading this division. We'll see what he can do for us in the long run. When's the next batch of units coming? Soon! Actually, very soon. On 22nd of October. Okay. By that time... No, we won't have the logistics companies done, so we'll have to shuttle. Let's shuttle... that's a question. Because we should shuttle 10 more units for the defense, and that will cover all of the border on the east. But it's not gonna give us much more. United States occupies Nicaragua. To restore order in the country and protect American corporations, government of United States has prepared an intervention in Nicaragua. The naval descent simultaneously occupied all coastal ports, and army and the generals. Oh, no. The naval descent simultaneously occupied all coastal ports. The army and the gendarmerie of Nicaragua didn't resist. An occupation government has been established in the state. Is this really a democracy? No, it's not. But we're gonna get the Pacific shipyards next. Expanding nuclear facilities in outholdings in the Pacific will allow us to expand our Pacific fleet. This may be vital in the case of war with Japan. Okay. Oh, that is a good point. We need to reform the Schutztruppen. So instead of recruiting 10 divisions for our European holdings, we are going to focus on Schutztruppen after we're gonna be done with this this batch of soldiers, because we need to reform them. So first of all, I would like to reform the Tsingtao garrison. They need an engineering company and support artillery, and they will get... Well, actually, couldn't I just turn them straight up to the infantry? Yeah, we could train a new infantry division and change the Tsingtao garrison to another one. That would probably be the best. I mean, the defense will be amazing. No one's going to be able to land there. And we might even boost them by building some naval... How much would a naval fort cost here? Oh, we can't. We need fortification 1, which is a technology that we're missing. Okay. But I guess it would be good to actually put some force in here. Is it worth though getting? Now what I'm wary of here is the supply is going to be abysmal, so sending a full division there is going to be an attrition nightmare. So let's get the Air Force Commander Ernst von Hoep, and I want that 5% extra bonus. And we get available points in reserve. Nice! Have we finished finally the... Yep, we did. Oh, and you guys are still not fully trained. So now let's start putting you guys in. So I can put 1 recon, 2 of you, and 2 of the early fighters. And you guys are gonna be drilling. I need to rename these. The fighter 1, Zeppelin 1. That is really annoying me, to be quite honest. That is really annoying me. Okay, we're gonna be done with the separate fire mains mains now, so I'm gonna spend a bit of Navy experience on the next technology there. Yeah, we're gonna get quite a lot of technologies here, so you guys are done, and we can get the diesel-powered emergency pumps. With heavy pumps usually dependent on the main engines for power, a single and fairly light hit in the engine room may render the ship unable to stay afloat. So additional and final reduction of damage from critical hit by 10%, and of the... what was I saying? The chance to sustain that critical hit also lowered by them. So we're gonna get another infantry division here, and I'm gonna get you in Danzig. And we are going to change you from this. How much supply is there? There is a supply hub, so you guys should be able to work as a 1911 infantry division, and we got everything we need. So you guys are gonna get equipment, and we're gonna have 2 Tsingtao divisions, and we are going to schedule. So that means you guys are obsolete and we don't need you. And we're gonna take the Schutztruppen and we're gonna recruit more of them. And how many? We have 1 area, so you need at least 3. Then we got this one, you need at least 4 more. So let's call this 3 and 4, that's 7. We'll need at least 4 more here, so that's 9. 3 and 4, 7, no, 11. And then we have this area, and let's call it another 4. So 11, basically 15. So let's get 15 of you. Each one of you need just 200 infantry equipment, so that is going to be fine. And we are going to place you in the port of the back. And you should be fairly fast. 24th of January. No, you aren't. Oh, hey, and here's the first Balkan War. War in the Balkans. Taking advantage of the Ottoman Empire's dull position in the Balkans states have declared a state of war against the Ottoman Empire, with the justification of ethnic liberation and unity. The Balkan states were influenced to attack the Ottoman Empire due to Ottoman defeats in the Italo-Turkish War and the ethnic tensions in the regions rising. The Balkans have always been a tumultuous region in Europe, a powder keg, as some may say, with multiple crises and ethnic revolts occurring in it. This war will determine whether or not Ottoman influence will stay, or if the new order will replace the old. Powder keg, huh? And Treaty of Ohi. Italian diplomats decided to take advantage of the situation to obtain a favorable peace deal. Today, Kingdom of Italy and the Ottoman Empire signed a peace treaty in Ohi in Lausanne. The main provisions of the treaty were as follows. The Ottomans would withdraw all military personnel from Trablus and Benghazi vilayets, but in return, Kingdom of Italy would return Rhodes and the other Aegean islands that it held to the Ottomans. Trablus and Benghazi vilayets would have a special status. Oh, I didn't finish to read that, damn. Okay, well. Anyway, we're gonna get the Logistics Company 1 next, and the Support Weapons 2, and I think that's a good place for to end the episode. Still gathering quite a lot of experience here. And we're gonna have to, schedule 2 more technologies. So let's wait that 1 extra day for the Support Weapons 2. And we get a free military factory. Amazing. So, in the next episode, we are going to select the technologies to research. Actually, I think it's going to be the Infantry Equipment 1. And the second one might be the Fortification. Or we might go with something... Well, we don't need anything here. So you and probably Naval Support Weapons. Maybe the Bracket Shooting. Or some of these. Armor-piercing capped shells. Yeah, those are fairly cheap and fast. So we might get one of those. We'll see. We'll also decide where to put on the newly built military factory. Oh, and have we finished? Yeah, we finished. Okay, so now we have 4 lines, 3 full and 1 working at 7 out of 15 factories. Amazing. And we're gonna design a new 1912, I can call it 1913 infantry divisions, which are going to be our new divisions to train. And we're gonna look at, oh god, 2,100 infantry equipment. We really need more guns produced every day. So we're gonna add additional factories here and then gonna focus on infantry equipment again. That's gonna be the biggest blocker for us, but it will be able to hold the border here somehow. We'll need 10 more divisions, but then this border is done. And we can basically start focusing on our offensive capabilities. And of course the colonies, that's going to play its role too. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, you guys take care.